Oliver Tree is gone. And the outpouring from people who actually knew him, worked with him, and loved him has been unlike anything we've seen in a long time. Today we're breaking down the biggest celebrity reactions to the tragic passing of Oliver Tree.
Breaking news! Oliver Tree has died in a helicopter crash in Brazil. He died at the young age of 32. You might not know him by name, you definitely know him by sound. You ever heard the song Life Goes On and On and On? Ironically, it doesn't, and yeah, he was the writer of that song. He had 50 million followers on TikTok. His net worth was over 4 million, and he's gone. He thought he's reached his 33rd birthday in 2 weeks, but he's died at 32. We all think that we're gonna enjoy this World Cup, enjoy the Knicks championship, enjoy this summer. None of us have been guaranteed any of that. This isn't the first celebrity to die in a helicopter crash in recent memory. It also happened to Kobe Bryant 6.5 years ago. Yes, you heard that correctly. That happened 6.5 years ago. That's how fast time is going. This is a reminder that all your money, all the views you get online, all the people that know you, none of that's gonna matter when your heart takes its last beat. It will take it sooner rather than later. The only thing that will matter is your good deed and the bad deeds that you repented from. This is a reminder, all of us are gonna go. And whatever vicious, sinful cycle that you're in must break today.
For those who need the full story, on Sunday morning, 2 helicopters collided mid-air over Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. 6 people were killed. Oliver Tree was among them. He was 32 years old, on the biggest world tour of his life, playing shows across all 7 continents. He performed in Sao Paulo just 8 days earlier, and then, just like that, he was gone. Now the internet is flooded with tributes. Some of them are beautiful, some of them are heartbreaking, and some of them are coming from people who genuinely love this man as a friend. Let's get into it. We're starting with KSI because his post hit different. He shared a photo of the 2 of them together, and if you've seen it, you already know. Oliver Tree has fart tattooed on his forehead in Old English lettering. Only Oliver Tree, right? Only him. And KSI is just there next to him, grinning. It's the most Oliver Tree photo you could possibly imagine. But then you read the caption and it just stops you cold. KSI wrote, "Can't believe I'm actually having to type this. You're 32, man. You should still be here. You still had so much life to live, so much music to make, so much content to make. You're a legend and will always be a legend. Still doesn't feel real. Genuinely feel sick. I love you, bro." 1.4 million likes in 10 hours. That's not just fans reacting to a celebrity death. That's people feeling the weight of a real friendship being put on display. KSI didn't write a PR statement. He wrote what someone writes when they've actually lost somebody. Oliver Tree existed in that rare space between musician and internet personality. And that means the tributes are coming from both worlds simultaneously. Ethan Klein from H3H3, who had a well-documented friendship with Oliver Tree, was visibly devastated. People close to that circle have been posting since the news broke. The YouTube community is treating this like one of their own, because he was. And that's the thing people keep saying. Everyone who ever worked with Oliver Tree says the same thing. The guy had no enemies. In an era where everybody has beef with somebody, Oliver Tree was just universally loved. You cannot find a bad word about him. Go look, you won't find it. Rolling Loud posted a tribute almost immediately, and that tells you everything about where Oliver Tree was in his career. Rolling Loud doesn't post tributes for everyone. The fact that they did speaks to how respected he was across the entire music landscape, not just in his own lane. Actor and comedian Whitney Cummings wrote that Oliver Tree was one of the most talented people on earth. But what made her tribute stand out was what she said next. That being that talented usually comes with an ego, usually comes with all kinds of difficult behavior. And she said Oliver Tree had none of that. He was, in her words, pure love, and the best version of what an artist and a person can and should be. That's not something you say about someone unless you really mean it.
Oliver Tree made a shocking promise weeks before the helicopter crash. Watch. Okay, so I'm sure by now everyone's already heard the really sad news about Oliver Tree passing away from his Brazil trip with the 2 helicopters colliding with each other. Now, why he was in Brazil, he was documenting his whole journey. But on a recent interview before this all happened, he stated that if he does pass away, that nobody in his family will receive a single penny, and he wants all of his money to go to a foundation that supports creative artists and creative projects, which is extremely honorable. Now, obviously, I'm sure that at this point in time, some of the money will go to his family, but most of it will go to the foundation of his choice. But the story doesn't end there, because a lot of people have started to come out and make theories about what really happened, stating information like this was all planned, which just seems a little too far-fetched from reality. And I personally just think we should just let him rest, because digging into hypotheticals really isn't wasn't worth it when he just lost his life. I never really listened to a ton of his music, but I thought he was a really good person, and I thought his music videos were really solid, so it's just really sad to see this all happen, and rest in peace.
The tributes keep coming in. Fans who met him on the Great Wall of China. People who saw him perform and said he had the most electric stage presence they'd ever witnessed. Longtime listeners who had his music carry them through dark periods. His most streamed songs are already climbing the charts again, and there's a very real chance Life Goes On hits #1 in the coming days. The irony of that title is not lost on anyone. What's also emerging is just how much he packed into 32 years. He recorded his final album across 82 countries. He photographed the cover in Afghanistan. He was midway through a 70-show world tour across all 7 continents. He'd just gone fully independent, releasing on his own label, keeping every penny for himself. He was at the absolute peak of everything he'd worked for. And that's what makes this so hard to sit with.
A man named Oliver Tree had just died today. Let me repeat that. A man named Oliver Tree had just died today. Let me remind you guys, in my song, This Is Your Sign by Nassim Nabi, I literally have 2 lampstands and 2 olive trees in the cover art of that song. Let me remind you guys another thing. The 2 witnesses that are meant to be speaking about the Antichrist, the Beast, the Dajjal, whatever you want to call him, those 2 are represented as olive trees. Look around me right now. God has sent me to a hotel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 lampstands. You may be wondering, Nassim, what is the point of saying all this? The point of saying all this is God and God alone is in control of life and death. That man was going on 33 in 2 weeks. This is a tragedy, but God wanted to let you all know that I am a real prophet. Judgment Day is coming very soon. What are the chances of my name Nabi, which means prophet, and then for someone to die and his name was Olive Tree? Wow. And he was going on 33. You still don't get God? Or do I have to show you the lampstands again? Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 lampstands. Why the number 9? Abraham was marked by the number 9. He was 99 years old when God had told him, you will have a child, while his wife was 90. I've also been speaking about the number 9. The one that has wisdom has been marked with the number 9. And I know some of you may be like, he's so crazy. Why is he just talking about lampstands and this and that? What? Well, guess what? If there were just 2 lampstands or even 3, I would get it. That would be normal in a hotel. But 9 lampstands.
Oliver Tree wasn't fading. He wasn't washed. He was right at the moment where everything he'd built was paying off. The world was finally catching up to him. 32 years old, gone too soon. Rest in peace, Oliver Tree.